Alright, internets. Today I'm going to take Bat Axe 001 and put a black oxide finish on it. This process is something I'm still learning about. Essentially what we're going to do is take the metal, corrode it, and then boil it in water so that it converts the iron oxide into ferric oxide. The chemistry's there. It's all over the place if you want to look it up on the internet. I'm trying a homebrew technique today, meaning I'm just using a combination of vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, salt, and water. I'm going to, as you can see, I've got paint marks from a target that I've thrown this into. So I'm going to go take this over to my sandblasting cabinet, remove that, and then come go through the steps of rust bluing or applying an iron oxide coating to it. I just wanted to do this intro video and we'll go from there. Alright, the first step in this process is going to be removing the head from the handle. As with all of my axes, first step is removing the pin. So I've got myself a special jig set up here. Lay that there. Use my 1/4 inch roll pin punch. Got that. Get the hammer. And out the pin goes. Next step is to punch out the head. For that, I've created this fun little jig that allows me to center the bat axes down inside my punch-out jig. And then I just use old broken handles, or in my case, cutoffs, that were too short to actually be turned into a handle. I grind them down so that they sit easily within the eye. Place it there. Handles out. I am back. You can see the bat axe is nice and clean. Sandblasters are wonderful things. And now we're going into the dips. I'm going to go on time lapse here because I've got to soak this in the vinegar for a good amount of time to etch it. Then I will soak it in the hydrogen peroxide mixed with salt solution to cause the oxidation to happen. And then after that it's going to boil in the water. And you're apparently supposed to do this 4 to 5 times in sequence. And that's what puts a nice black finish on them. So here we go. And now, after 2.5 hours of soaking and boiling and dipping and applying coat after coat, I present to you the Dark Knight. Now, the funny thing is, oh, let me get out of my shadow. I don't know if you can see much of a difference between those two axes. The bat axe was done with the rust bluing. The Bruner was done with Birchwood Casey cold bluing solution. And I guess now that I lay them side by side, yes, you can see some difference as you zoom in. But I don't know that the 2.5 hours of work were worth it compared to the 15 minutes it took me to cold brew that Bruner. I'm going to put this through some throws to see how it wears. Here you can see some slight wear on the Bruner from my throwing in league for the last 7 weeks. But there's the difference, and that's what black oxide looks like.